day. From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So here the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. At a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
On first down, Newell. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
We'll check on his status when we get back. To throw on second down.
Pierce able to hit his target, Lamb.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
They'll try the left side. Newell. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
Second and 10.
On second down, Newell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
3 brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, Pierce. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field.
And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. Get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up fourth.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Pretty much unreal. Not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 17. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries, 70 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that, too.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And just like that, it's third down. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he will find his man on the outside. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. And even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know that...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Operating from the gun, Pierce. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards there, first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
The end of the first quarter with the score Cowboys 3, Washington 0.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there's no space available. And incompletion as a result.
Now a handoff looking right. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
7 yards there and a first down. Looking to throw. Pierce. Throwing right, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a give right side. Newell. And they'll get him down is he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
3rd and inches, they just handed to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
On 1st down, Pierce. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing at the receiver where he was going.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. C.D. Lamb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not in the team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Washington on 3rd down.
0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
And you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up fourth.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, this is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. Well, it was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
At the 40-yard line.
Going to throw right side here, complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on first down, Pierce.
And this one quickly to Lamb. And he will have a first down as they're in the field goal range now at the 30.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will do it for this first half. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
They'll set up to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, they wound up losing yardage. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Newell, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. It's taken to the 26. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington.
Oh, they scored. Look at that. Good
His
job.
first touchdown on the year.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet.
They made my dude dive, though.
And that was something special there. Boy,
Tried to try to pick the ball, but he dove for it instead of just playing the receiver.
Because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence is right there.
And able to get this out to the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago. They start with 1st and 10. Tackle made by Chase Young.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Rolling to his right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pierce. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you do it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys will add
Tell him,
on to their
CeeDee.
lead.
Tell him, CD. I'm an old man out here.
Increase their cushion. Felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
Slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that
Oh,
slowly but
no.
surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Hope my lineman not hurt for the rest of the year, rest of the season.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And boy, this defense again.
Chubba, you are not that strong, bro. Stop it.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Looking left sideline, incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Your team having Super Bowl hangover.
And he's got his man on the comeback. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
Offense working fine except for that
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes.
You got hurt? Oh,
But
no.
I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
push him in the end zone. Come on.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he comes back with one complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, I forgot about my
absolutely.
mom.
We talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes.
They're not disappointed?
That spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And the Washington offense heading out. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Dallas, Texas is the spot, third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. Second and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route, and he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First down, Washington.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Don't say he's on Pablo. Ah, man.
Maybe a frustration there because he's picked them apart.
They tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And that is going to do it for this third
Get
quarter
the
of
fuck
action.
out of
You are
here.
watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 2. Incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to run.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
The Washington 1st down.
Back to throw again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw at him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta get our. We hate you, Madden.
Means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down.
That's what I'm on right now.
They about to. They having a. They have a big patch coming up tomorrow apparently.
The man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. So after that hot start, the numbers
They're doing
here
some more
show the
franchise
decline.
changes.
What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping it before you get going.
God.
Line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run on first down. Newell. And he's going to be
Of course
taken
they gonna
down
call
here with a
holding
penalty flag on the
when I
field.
wasn't holding. Whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Decent gain, but all for naught on the
That was an
penalty.
interception. They just walked it
They were
out.
feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll keep it on the ground. Newell, and this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
They are very adamant in not letting me get loose from my running back.
Off the bootleg, Pierce sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Y'all, my quarterback. Oh,
on the return.
Yep.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
They gonna treat me like they did me last season.
It's away, and
Watch,
it's
they gonna be torn
kick
labor
here,
or
but
something
not high enough
stupid.
to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And that is caught on the right sideline and out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody
I'm just
open.
gonna let him
Charles,
sit out for the rest of the game. Let Jalen Hurts
If no
take
one's
over for
open
the
and you
game.
don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here.
Jesus Christ.
And they'll get to him
My
after
strong
a gain of 7
safety.
to the 46.
Gotta kill this dude.
Pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. So they have now gone for it on 4th 4 times, and they have converted no times.
I know we talk about analytics and how it's entered into the game, and there's a good percentage that says, go for it, you actually make a good percentage. In this case, the analytics just went right out the window.
No, man, I can't say my fullback is holding.
It's a loss of
He's doing
10
his job.
yards on the play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Newell, and he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
That was so true.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Tomfoolery is among us.
Deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
And I've been up since like 6.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team
How'd that go?
losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was
I
over,
ain't
right?
yet.
And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Your brother just
And it will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
So far on this drive, they've done some good work.
One
They
of the
forced
shit you
incompletions on
telling
first and
me,
second
okay,
down,
you
bring
sound
up
like a
third and
poster.
10. That brings up the big question.
He
Do they
just
bring
told me that
pressure,
we
or
do.
do they play coverage on this down?
And it ain't really based on the mouth. Should
Out of the
get
gun, they'll look to throw.
to the way.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Oh my.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Good job, defense.
So
I could pass all day long, as long as you don't score. You could pass for 700 yards.
To this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Dallas, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.